conference where they create platform between media and also people in the government, and also the one that we, in some instances, you don't make room as well for people in the private sector. Today, we will focus primarily on climate change and also by the COP28 we just done. Now I think we get the ministers there we did for can discuss about what they will discuss at the COP28. But also we joined by the sister we come up from the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, with Dr. Ramatulai. We will also can update you on important things really happen in the ministry. We therefore be also joined by the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Musa Kaka. But for now, we get between Mr. Jiwa Abdullahi, who is the Minister of Environment and Climate Change. We are the lead for Go COP28, and we also get to the sister, we are Dr. Jalika Mustafa, Deputy Minister of M2. We also in the Bangkok. But as usual, I will just go briefly with news updates across governments. We will tell what the government don't do for the past 1 week. We also provide opportunity for our ask questions we want to ask as well. So we will start with the big news. We know say Sierra Leone don't be selected for continue for the compact development by the Millennium Challenge Corporation MCC Board of Directors, where now the chair of the U.S. Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, when I chair the board, where they select Salone for continued compact development. Remember, say inside November, Salone be passed the MC scorecard for the 5th consecutive time. And this proposed compact and for make sure say we increase availability of reliable and affordable electricity with specific participation of the private sector by the power supply business. Also, on the 15th, the Ministry of Health will also receive 550,000 malaria vaccines we land in Salone for COP malaria, particularly waiting for focus in the remote areas there. The Ministry of Health done the work with good partnership with WHO and UNICEF, where they help for make we reduce high rates of deaths and other diseases in the country. Also, the Minister of Labour, Employment and Social Security, Mohamed Rahman Soare, last Thursday don't request from his counterpart, when the Minister of Labour of Thailand, for make they release 2 Sierra Leoneans the way they allegedly in prison at Thailand. Minister Soare will be make the request to have the Global Labour Market Conference in Saudi Arabia. We request for me to release them unconditionally so the group will repatriate them for come back to Salone. The Salone people have their own Daniel Flynn Sisse and Alpha Bundu, where they allege say they believe trafficking where they can go in Thailand. Also, we will minister, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, begin keynote address by the National Revenue Authority, the retreat will take place in Turkey, where the minister say digitalization is key for the process for boost the authority, the revenue generation plan. The minister also maintains say digitalization important tool, important approach for many able tax education for ensure say compliance day. Also on the 18th, yesterday, the Ministry of Finance, they announced a World Bank Board of Executive Directors and the 3rd Inclusive and Sustainable Growth Development Policy Financing, the only grant to the tune of $65 million to Salone. The Minister of Finance expressed in commitment to address significant developmental challenges where these grants were able to use for challenge, where the government go through the funds, therefore provide support reforms in key areas such as macroeconomic stability, mining sector governance, land management practices, gender equality, and the public sector accountability. Also on the 18th, members of the Sierra Leone Immigration Department delegation, where the CIO, Honorable Alusani Kane, lead one delegation for Brussels for start one 4-day working visit on the invitation of the Belgium Immigration Office. During this visit, the CIO and the team, they will sign one MOU and also visit different detention centers in Belgium. On that note, that's why I will end the update today, and I go on over to the Minister of Information and Civic Education and host. And like I say again, we welcome the Minister of Agriculture, the Deputy Minister of Health, too, the Minister of Climate Change, and also the sister from Higher Education. Over to you, Mr. Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Deputy Minister. Assalamu alaikum. I greet you all. I tell you thank you again, Nadia. I want to particularly, as always, say thanks to the people of this country. We don't make this press conference the part of their agenda now. Every week, people they know say Ukaya, what we say, we check with facts, and we provide timely, reliable, factual information. I want to tell thank you to the partner, the various radio and television stations there across the country, and the online bloggers there as well, who they carry live, SL Media, who they do digital, and of course we sign language partners there as well. I want to tell them thank you and help we for make sure we reach the people of this country. The Minister will provide some updates, but I will just talk quickly on security, and then we can focus today on COP, and then a little bit on education, higher education. On security, we see the release from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. We don't partner where the Salon Police, we issue the Salon Police the release. I want to clarify this. There are 12 people on the list. We increase the reward for any information. We will help the Salon Police or catch the people here and bring them to justice. So the rest of the list is still standing. We still look for all the fugitives that will be in our original wanted list. Then why the Salon Police say we call them most wanted. And then why we look for now. And if you come forward, you Christmas you will find password. If you count information. And I also want to confirm because people can ask this. All the one that will not provide information so far. Yes. The Salon Police don't pay the reward. So all the one that we don't pay the information so far for capture the one that we don't capture, Salon Police don't pay the reward. So I'll just go through the names of the 12 most wanted. Mohamed Touré, they call Yete. Sheka Idrissa Dumbuya, retired ISLAF. Major John Thomas Bangura, ISLAF. Captain John Conte. Major Patrick Abu Odende Sise, ISLAF. Retired Captain Milton Sambangura. Captain T.L. Conte, ISLAF. Captain Aya Abba Senesi, ISLAF. Major Joanna Kaba, ISLAF. Captain Mohamed A. Jallo, ISLAF. Corporal Yapo Sise, ISLAF, and one Almami Molai Kamaya. Now, any information for the wire, the reward now is 70,000 new loans. We mean say 70 million. For the rest of the about 50 people waiting at the wanted list, the reward is still 50,000 new loans. So they continue to encourage people of Salon for the help the Salon Police. The number they for call is either 900 900 or 119. That are very important information. And also now we get other questions them about the security situation or the progress we the states don't make on the case. I will wait for doing the question and answer session. So we'll come back that same day and I will provide additional clarification. I don't be fully briefed by all the security leaders then, so I will be in a position for provide. I could just tell the people that we want to see the investigation will continue. We will make very good progress in the investigation, and on the security situation, with confidence they increase every day. That the state's security is fully under control. Everything can, there's no need for worry, just continue to abide by the laws and obey and make sure say you not drink the coffee while the coffee is in effect. And make we don't push the coffee all the way to midnight. And say if you don't at 11 o'clock now, people begin fair also. Okay? Alright. Thank you. Now look at for talk first for climate. And the world get the big conference we they organize, we they call COP. It's the conference of parties also. And then people we have asked the minister to explain all the technical side there. People they wonder why COP plenty people in the room. This year, Salon take an extraordinary position again. Again, people ask how the cost the government. We been get initially the invitation we extend to almost all the ministers. That be huge undertaking. But His Excellency in wisdom, they decide say we will limit the participation of Salon to the key agencies and the key ministries alone. The Salon delegation was led by Honorable Chairman Dr. Kande Kole Yokela, who is supposed to be at this panel today, but unfortunately they traveled. But the people that will work really closely with the chairman. Now, the Salon Minister for Environment and Climate Change, who is Mr. Jiwo Abdullahi. This man they work really hard for plan that conference, and I know say we did it. Just watching the updates, they may be tired while they watch the updates. They one meeting to another, one meeting to another. But people like you ask, so waiting at this call, waiting what do they, waiting Salon game. But you not go alone. As you know, the signature for Salon right now, now fit Salon. And some of now when they follow the platform then, we promote just 2 days ago, I think, the Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Food Security, they even get interviewed by the BBC. Because of some of the important initiatives that we launch, where Salon have been part of the leaders there. So instead go report on from the ministry, waiting them do, waiting at the outcome. Next, we also go hearing from the Deputy Minister of Health too, Dr. Jalikatu Mustafa. We also first step for Ghana we press conference. Himself did for represent the health sector, not just in other people as well from the health sector. So one lens can report for this climate conversation, how health then connects, and waiting Salon gets from them. Overall, listen to them why I will focus more on the climate. We will transition to the sister, the Honorable Minister for Higher Education and Higher Technical Education. We will come for talk specifically about an update we get for provide the people of Salon. So first, without further ado, I'll hand over now to the Minister of Environment and Climate Change, the Honorable Jiwo Abdullahi. Mr. Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. So, before I talk about COP, I want to explain to people there why Salon and other countries came involved in this COP. COP means Conference of Parties. Waiting at a party. So Salon belong join certain convention. Convention are just where countries they come together, they get an agreement for a particular thing. So Salon are member of convention and the UN Convention to combat desertification. We're running up for top what, drought and how drought, the above land, turn to desert. Salone are member of Convention on Biological Diversity, where they go talk about plants, animal, we are part of nature. Salone are part of the Convention of Wetlands, where they deal with water, river, swamp, mango, and also Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species. So now the animal or them plants them they don't be lost in this world. So the international community say they will try for protect them. Now each of them convention they get the country then are party to the convention. And every few years then they get what they call a conference of parties. And all the different countries where they're part of that convention. They come together and they send their own delegates. Each country send their own delegates. And then they come together for discuss things that were related to that convention. The different convention, then the oldest conference at different time there. Sunday now every year, Sunday now every 2 years, Sunday now every 3 years. Now the one who just come out, now the one for the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change, and they call it the UNFCCC. And then every year in the older convention, because climate change is a very pressing matter now around the world. And then that conference of party day, COP, now the 28th term this was in the older. So now they call it COP 28. So each convention gets a own COP, where they hold at different times, different quick frequencies. This one I will go now Dubai, now COP 28 for the UNFCCC. Now, why Salone they go then convention, or especially this COP 28 will just go. COP 28, a lot of things will happen at the same time. When you want to get in conference, usually at the end of the conference, when I get some outcome. So when I go then conference, each country gets what you want, or what you not want. Each country develop your own position, and then together, when all the countries then get for come to a consensus. And the way for gets to that is when they negotiate. You want this, you want that, you don't want this, you don't want that. When they negotiate until when I meet up or something, when I done it now, when I adopt. For that peace day, Salone gets what we call negotiators. So we get people in our Salone, we get within different ministries, departments, and agencies, where now they do the negotiation for Salone. That's led by the Deputy Director General of the Sierra Leone Met, Gabriel Parker, when I know the national focal points for the country for COP. Means any communication, anything to do with COP, 9 days before for the country, 9 days do the communication, and then he can report to the ministry. So what's it can happen in COP? You get what put in, you get the negotiation. That negotiation day, the outcome can lead to obligations for the country. Now, if I let you, let Salone, you said get sitting at the table. So now you will say, no, this now I want. No, now they are not want. This now I want. Or okay, you want this. Well, if you give me this, then certainly will give you what you want. So that's not part of the negotiation. And then you usually get a summit. Summits now where presidents then they come. So heads of states or heads of governments, because not so all countries, the presidents, they head the government, they all can come together, and now just a huge platform, they can get a meeting them themselves, or they can signal where we send a message so that you negotiators and know say this line and the country in your position. You get side events, so side events can get different kinds of things then. So for example, the colleague minister then will explain to now the side events then where they go, whether not for health, for agriculture, for environment, for climate change. So next time events that you go there for all these things, forget ideas, waiting to go on at that space day where you came for land bomb, or some side events in the where we will go from Salone, they participate. All that's what they do. And for boost Salone in your own image and status in the world community. You also can get bilaterals. Bilaterals are way, sometimes you get organization where they don't say, oh, now I'm from it. Come now, big meeting place. You get about 90-something thousand people. Different governments, you get CSOs, you get NGOs, you get foundations. Foundation are the one that we can get, they get money where they don't say now so, you can go spend the money back. Come now, a natural meeting, they so on they can, when they for discuss and see how we can form partnerships. But all things here, they go on at the same time. And the way they organize COP is they organize them like theme days. So this year they get 1 day winner for health. That day for health, the way gets for winning at the health field. They get all kind of programming for health. You get 1 day for finance, trade, and gender. 1 day for energy and the transition, just transition. We need to say, we understand say this climate change. One of the things that we call them emission. Emission, when you start, the exhaust fumes where they come out, or when they run the generator, the exhaust fumes where they come out. When land they degrade, they release something where they go up in the atmosphere, where they make the heat, the place they want more and more extra. And then the Hamburg, the climate, the Hamburg staying in, they begin calm, the Hamburg staying in, they stop, where they disturb the way people that don't live their lives. So part of the conversation are how they move from fossil fuel and we burn petrol for light generator. So renewable energy, when like solar panel, hydroelectricity, wind energy. So then we get a day just for that. We get a day for multi-level action, so that when you get our central governments, they interact with local governments. You get a day for youth, you get a day for nature, you get a day for agriculture. You get all them different things. And for less Salone be properly represented, what we try for open up so people that were interested, not just the government people there. So at the government side, you get the ministries, you get the departments, you get the agencies. But we also open them up so people that we can be part of the delegation, we can be able to contribute. So we get the NGOs, then we go, NGOs and CSOs, you get private sector people, then we go, you get youth, and school picking, we go, represent, because then we get events then for youth, we get parliamentarian, then we go. And then we get, we own partners that we can help government and Salone. We then say, go COP for assist governments for try for, open doors, open lane. You open lane so that, you make it contact where you think they can able for help government, but some civil one that they work with. So all the people then they part of the delegation of Salone. And remember the objective here is that we all go represent Salone, but primarily for get partnerships that we can able for help with in what we do, and then partnerships that they can kind of different ways, and then technical assistance. We possibly help people do something.
So, Minister, I'm sorry for interrupt. I want for since I want to give all the other ministers a chance, but I think you don't really provide a very comprehensive overview of COP. With the Apple Day and all. I want to take 2 minutes later highlights of waiting Salone gain from this year's attendance. Any major contracts, major partnerships, waiting at the tangibles.
Well, I think we gain a lot. I can give you some from million activities, and then my colleagues will explain from the million activities. I'd say on the negotiation side, 2 things that they will really push for. one now for the developed countries then, where now then they cause a lot of the pollution they lead to climate change, but then it cuts down on the pollution. For the first time in COP, the outcome don't really get language where they say they certainly for cuts down on the pollution. At the same time, we don't really put that on the agenda. Say we not only contribute a lot to climate change, now we suffer the most. So and now we therefore make changes in the lives. So for then changes that they but adapt to climate change. Then one and then they cause that. Therefore they contribute more so that we can able to make the adjustments in our real life. So that one major change. Another one is we will get a side event where the University of Cambridge then we get legal professionals. One of the professors in the League of Law, they do a side event. At the end of that side event, they announce they will provide fully funded scholarships for some courses there, where could benefit students then, university students then, 50 university students, and then 50 government officials then, for sustainable development, law and policy. So that's a big plus. Also, that's different bilateral arrangements. I meet with the Irish foreign minister and the Irish environment minister, see how we can cooperate a bit more. For the help with meteorological services. So how will they able to predict weather so people will know when they can. Then when a farmer there, they will know, okay, who stand for the implants, the rest, because at this time they never English, then can see them. We meet a lot of people there, either in academia or when are researchers. We work for part-time with Salon on climate things. We meet people there in the legal profession. We want to help we develop we own climate laws there. And we meet with different foundations there. We can able for help we. Bezos Foundation, when I big one, we the help we in areas with my colleague minister will talk about how we'll get a partner with them, agriculture, also nature-based solutions and energy. Rockefeller and other one, really my colleague minister of health can tell them more about, and renewable energy. So for the Ministry of Environment gets two roles. One, we get real primary activities there, where the ministry and the agencies they get their own partnerships there and try to find money for getting in the country. But we also create a platform. So now we open name for other ministry there, so that they can able to go access their opportunities there. Because at the end of the day, COP na platform. Now what you wait out of her, now what you want out of her, now you get out of her. So we create that in there. So we all colleagues them from other NDAs there can aim for access opportunity.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I really want to congratulate you for such a successful COP. And I want to tell you plenty thank you for the level of transparency, unprecedented. Again, President, beyond commitment which we don't seek for do from this ministry, now that we will provide you the information. Now we provide the information until someone says we will provide open information. We not even carry it. We will go for do the provide information. Say we will give no chance for fake news. So go here about a COP. So then what do this though? The minister there, the principal, they don't explain all the process and which ones or they can open again for me to ask questions. So now I come to the two ministers on the right, 5 minutes each. Mr. Minister, food security, feed salon, on a big COP. I want you to focus on waiting we gain, the tangibles we come out of the conversations in the meetings that we go COP. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Family owner, good afternoon. So this COP28, now the first COP we get a day we then dedicate to food systems, meaning agriculture and all the associated value chain or processes we they make from where the plants rest to end up in belly, if I may. So this COP, now being the first COP, we get a day for that. Then a big deal because for the longest time we talk about climate change, it's about fossil fuels, it's about carbon, it's about but the other parts of the system we either they contribute or now a direct recipient of the negative impact of climate change not being on the center stage. Food will not be on the thing say, now one way get a role for play. So this COP decides say agriculture, food systems get a role for play. So on the 10th, gonna be the last day, gonna be the best day in fact, declare say food systems get a big role for play in the COP this year. So what's that we on role play, what's we get. On this day, the world look around, look at all country programs then, and see what countries they normally do for integrate agriculture, and at the same time take into account the negative effect or mitigate climate change effect, and get a solid plan for really get a holistic. Yeah, people they say will not get joined up thinking, but yeah, then watch. They say, would I then get joined up thinking by this thing? And they choose Salon. They say, the plan that we don't put forward, the thinking with His Excellency, retired Brigadier General Smada being put forward now, fix Salon. Now, when we sound, we solid, we implement them, and if they need Vienna, we will be a good example of waiting one of what food system look like and the world for land from this. So, on that day, we have been the leading co-chair among Brazil, Norway, for launch the Alliance of Champions for Food Systems. We get also Rwanda and Cambodia. We have been the other country that we're joining by this alliance here. So now big deal for them and choose among Brazil, Norway, Rwanda, and Cambodia because of the plan we don't put forward, because of waiting we don't say we want to do, right? And you guys Alliance of Champions of Food Systems Transformation. This now one way Chatham House, way Business Foundation, the support we really want for show. Say when they take the systems approach for feeding, and not only feeding for now, but also for later, right? It's a big deal because this they provide, first of all, our platform. Now, a platform for level showcase we work. So on that day, we get a video on the biggest stage of the day. We talk about Feed Salon, President Building Agenda. So that's a big deal. It also to provide an opportunity for local resources to go and see good idea and one good example, and they throw money behind. So when we co-chair, when we lead, people then will follow we and provide resources. So it'll be really good. I attend a number of other engagements then, I think back to back, 5 on that one day, just because of the plan we put forward. And really get a lot of people then for Coral being able to work with them. So as a result of that now, this alliance will form. It puts us in the driving seat in food system. So the plan the next step for meet with the co-chairs, for begin for raise funds, for collect data. We then will do money, we collect data, but the thing also we do for track with progress among them. So it's a big deal. Mr. Minister, I don't know how far you will go back to stop and so. I got 1 more minute? No, I think you will give me another minute. Oh, okay, thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Eni Musapaka, the Minister for Agriculture and Food Security. I just want to reiterate, Brazil, Norway, Rwanda, Cambodia, they got together, salute and co-chair, because of the vision of His Excellency the President. We already don't make the national development agenda that fits Salo, and also because it don't staff the leadership of their initiative day with an incredibly competent minister in the person of the brother, the young dynamic Minister of Agriculture and Food Security. So I want to congratulate you as well for the excellence. We see the news, we see the BBC, they don't even resist. All the countries around the world, they pick you, say, they will talk to you because of the leadership role which Salon will play and come. So the one day they ask, oh, then they go to delegation and they also go do what's in Salon game. And I don't hear as well. First time, a big platform, partnership with serious countries doing serious things, and a recognition of the leadership of Salon. Now to the Deputy Minister of Health, to Dr. Jalika, to Mustafa, about the health side. What you want to say, go do, what you want to bring for Salon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. So, even though my colleague give me 1 of the minutes, so I get 6 minutes by the way. I want to disagree with and say December 10 will be the most important day of COP. December 3 will be the most important day of COP. And I will tell you now why just now. So the minister been asked something. They say, how health connect a COP? I'll just tell you my source story. 4 years ago, we will get a mudslide in Afritonia. We all know the effects, the devastating effects that they get. For cool lives lost, for cool people displaced, the health effect of that, the 30 days, they see the repercussions. When they talk about families that we lost loved ones in one night, some family, entire family wiped out. Imagine the mental health effect we then get on people. Let me talk about the burden within disaster they have then happening regularly in a salon. They get on with already overburdened health system. Flooding, a regular occurrence in a salon. Freetom, even inside the rural areas then. Any frequency of waterborne sickness, so things like cholera, typhoid. Anybody now is sick, like typhoid, malaria. When they talk about typhoid, they talk about hepatitis. When you look at increase in temperature, Minister of Environment mentioned say the place they warm, past Mach 1. We all don't notice say we see change in rain season pattern, we see dry season, the warmth, all man the gains. Think about the sick weather they cause, we call a heat mobility. And as usual, now the most vulnerable people that they affect. The pregnant woman, then we picking them, the elderly. When you talk about air quality, pollution, wait again you talk about that. Respiratory infection, that is lung infection then. So anything we talk about climate change, if you really examine the effect where they get on the people, the best way to represent them, now on the health. For we as a ministry, we strongly believe say health now to take center stage when we talk about climate change impact on the population. And at the same feeling where we as a ministry get, now we believe say the COP people themselves get, we make them decide say finally we forget one whole day dedicated to health matters at this conference here. As we read down the so, now we ministry mobilize. Say this will they go with the ministry agenda and priorities and what we want to gain from this. So, like I just had said, we go, ministry as a delegation of 8 people from health at 0 cost to the government of Sierra Leone. We go to this place and we go present with case. Waiting at the ministry priority then. I don't highlight some of the health interaction that we talk about climate change where the population will face. We decide say number 1, we want to build a climate resilient health system in Salon. Meaning health system will ready to provide quality service no matter what kind of disaster we talk about, whether it's climate related, not or climate related, or no matter what kind of sick we talk about. In this area, we talk about we health facility them. Number 1, let them get the infrastructure for able to withstand any kind of disaster. Number 2, we talk about renewable energy. Why make we talk about renewable energy? We health facilities, they contribute to the problem, number 1. All we facilities are so far. Minister talk about fossil fuel, diesel generator, now all have power. Then they're not reliable, expensive, and not sustainable, and they contribute to the problem. Waiting now we answer. solar electrification of the health facilities. Green energy, they reduce the problem, it also more reliable and more sustainable. We also they look at sustainable water supply. We all know say we health facility and they struggle a lot with water supply. And we know what instances of people in the hospital for go well, and then they go get sick in the hospital because of contaminated water issue. So that then have been number one priority of the Ministry of Health. The second priority we'll get as a ministry now for establish what we call early detection and warning systems and rapid response to emergencies. So if something they come, let we don't ready as a ministry. We don't want the people and say this they come up, and as a ministry now so we don't put in place, and this now how we plan for response. And not to just talk, we actually will plan. Just this week, we don't launch a National Public Health Agency for the first time in Salon. This agency, now they can be the home of all the emergency response, not just to disease them, but including climate change and any other related disaster. With the expected with the change in temperature and climate, all this, sick that way we don't affect for years, like malaria. Oh, we don't try for begin put under control. But resources don't go into that. But now they see patterns, they change. See, months they will not be expecting malaria, they can malaria they did. Sick that way we don't begin forget about yellow fever, this. Only one that they don't begin come back. Attributed to climate change. So this response system, they for tackle all of them things. The third thing when I be with priority as a ministry, this climate change and health, not all because I don't talk boko not it was even an expert now new thing for we. Now we try for also establish we own policy as a ministry and guidelines on how we plan to tackle climate health intervention there and what we plan for that as a ministry for mitigate some of them problem there. So we work actively with we partner them for developing policies then, and I should also mention that luckily as the woman where they lead the ministry climate and health response, we make sure that any policy where we do, it gets a strong gender focus. So we're not left with women in the end and also other vulnerable people. Of course, the fourth thing, all of this, fine talk or don't talk, so nothing will make it happen. Money, number one. Expertise, number two. So all that belong as resources. And we don't want to put any of the resources where the ministry already gets, because as much as government and His Excellency the President, they make health a priority, the resources not do. So we know they can't put away to get. We they look for new, what we call innovative ways for fund we response as a ministry to climate and health. So now the agenda there, now they will take go up. Now specifically, what do we bring back as a ministry? So I get 2 minutes more. So 2 things, key things, right? The first thing, we decide say we currently get 1,600 health facilities in the country. As a ministry, we go with the aim say, we'll come up if we don't get commitments for let we able solar electrify at least 1,000 of them facility there. And we tangibles, we talk about how we cost them and we approximate $100 million for this. So that will be the main ask. Now I'm very pleased for inform una say the 1,000 we will ask for, we get them, but we not happily. We also get solid commitment for solar electrify all 1,600 health facilities in the entire country. And we aim at 2025. We not only stop there, we also decide to say, okay, this 1,600 is well and good, but when they get an emergency, there will still get a community, there will sometimes flooding or other disaster that they cut off from health facility. Even though we currently get most people within 5 kilometers of health facility, we want to make that distance even smaller. So if anything, the community can get the health facility right now their doorstep. So the ministry aim for further go to 2,000 health facilities by 2030. So they establish new facilities and make sure that they're already built for withstand any disaster and for provide the quality of service for the people they need. Furthermore, we also get funding available now where we put from COP, where we can solar electrify 11 tertiary and secondary facilities in the country. So the big hospital and district hospital and tertiary hospital in the country, including Connaught Hospital. So I want for sit down there. The financing, Minister of Environment mentioned, we also leverage a lot of partnership there. We come in country them, especially in Africa, where already they do well, and big foundation there. Many thanks to the Minister of Environment for facilitating some of them conversations there with people like Rockefeller and other people there. We don't commit for work with the Ministry of Health for see how they're going to help you for achieve some of them we go there. We don't stop there. Even on the sidelines of COP, we get people who will be engaged with the Center of Excellent Hospitals there now UAE. Place like Abu Dhabi, we meet people then when they talk about establishing private sector partnership with government, or see how they can bring some of their services that we not available in country to Salon. So we not just look at the issues of climate change now. We look at the health system as a whole, now, the near future, and even for the far future, for make sure we will provide the service for Sierra Leoneans then. I will tap it for now, but I get beaucoup more plates. If I get extra time, I can meet me, I will tell you no more. Thank you.
The Honorable Deputy Minister for Health, Dr. Jalika Mustafa, is 9 and say, we can make people in another, they can ask Salon. And then people begin ask President, do you say, what conference they happen? Why make Salon no good conference? Would they change the narrative? Because in the past, because people don't know, they just they feel say we want go conference for PADM. I saw somebody ask me already, you say, I said, what's maybe if you say president want travel? Because travel to PADM. I said, you think the head of state of your country, you want to come on here for PADM? That means you don't understand anything that happen. Because PADM for the head of state is not so collateral money safe. But when a minister, the state authorities, they go to the conference, I will just hear it from the Minister of Health, the Deputy Minister. They go with a target where the cost, the value of the target was about 100 million. They met, they exceeded, they almost doubled the target. Our they go reports tomorrow for reports. Also, they went at no cost to government. Anything is going to blame government money. And see, that government money. No. With the Ministry of Energy, they mobilize partner them for make sure say the people who go represent Salon. Government say they pay for it. Nobody knows who. So the one way they go, they say let partner them mobilize, they find that money, they go, and then they not just go, they can't just hear plenty goodies. 1,600 of we health facilities they will be fully solar powered by 2025. Additional 11 of the tertiary hospitals there as well. So these are all really good things there. When I say, oh, they go this conference, they go this conference. On agriculture side, major respect, major investment, mobilization of resources. Minister talk about just the scholarship they know for us for Cambridge, you see? Cambridge University for Sierra Leoneans. So, like I say, this day for me, people are now going to go for the conference, we send to President Bill. Say, President Bill, I will now go back. They will a young minister there, they let them go there, go bring goodies. Send them, let them go, let them come back, because when they come, good thing will happen at the country. I have to tell the minister they plenty thank you. And I have to switch gear quickly. When I can get when I have a chance, I also see some people that send text message questions, keep them coming in. Like I say, normally you can ask questions about any and all things pertaining to the government of Salon, including security, investigations. We answer. Well, we will answer. We tell them, I say, come back. We have time. But we also bring the Honorable Minister for Technical and Higher Education, Dr. Ramatulaiwi, for talk about a very specific updates we get from the higher education sector. Big news we get, the need for share, we say, okay, well, this is still part of the government of Salon. So, Honorable Minister, we give 5 minutes, and then we'll open up for questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to start off by thanking the Ministry of Information and Civic Education for creating this effective two-way dialogue platform where they link with the people of Sierra Leone through the media. media, for not doing real-time information as to what they happen. I also want to tell them thank you for inviting me for that crash this conference, this press conference, for me utilize one of these very important updates from the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education. And it has to do with the Kono University of Science and Technology. As most of us will know, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio Bindon promised the people of Kono districts to say we will correct the service and establish a university within Kono districts for the people of Kono and also for the people of Sierra Leone. And the university itself was finally established in 2021 by an act of parliament. And early this year, in August specifically this year, we signed one contract. But before that day, the government negotiate and able to secure a loan for $32 million from the Indian Exim Bank to the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development for the construction of the university itself. And for sure how the government value education, the government itself also contributes $2 million towards that project fee. And August this year, we will get a big program at Kono, where we go to the site itself and we sign a contract for the project management and consultancy services with an Indian group, where they will not put for let them manage construction and how the university will be operationalized. And as a Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, we say will not sit on. Yes, the construction they go on, we're going to ensure say vacuum loading, the university will start. So we're very committed for say this academic year, the university will start. And for later than possible, we will get for you, but who work behind the scenes. The first thing we'll do is for set up a transition team. And I would like to thank the Anes University of Science and Technology because they really support me in that regard. They give me key technical people there from within their own staff, where they serve currently on the transition team, in addition to other people that also identified because of their expertise for helping to make sure that the university starts this academic year. And the transition team, I would like to call them. We get Dr. Sama Monde, we get Mrs. Maria Tuba, Mr. Alpha Jallo, and Mr. Edward Gandhi. Now they work tirelessly. So all the updates what they do now, so not only do the work, but they don't do the work behind the scenes. And within the construction side, we get Mr. Desmond Abu, where are part of the PR unit, instead of the work with the consultancy firm for ensure we adhere to the timeline for constructing the building. The building they went at 36 months. And I would also like to thank all the members of the court of the University of Kono Science and Technology and the Chancellor, Justice Jones, because they said don't really work behind the scenes. And for my University, we get the Chancellor, Professor Edwin Momo, we don't really support me in this regard. So after we set up the transition team, we got to find a place for outside the university secretariat to operate from, and inside the lectures that will take place, because we construct now the building they're not needed. So we look within Kono district itself, we get one hotel, the Bar Hotel, we say everybody as a ministry will look at, and we decide say, okay, this will be the best site for ladies secretariat. So the registry of the university, now they go there. And then we also identify two government technical institutes from one day Sondu Town and the other day Doma. We say, okay, we'll go use them for conduct lectures. And it's very important because one thing one meets in the ministry, and follow we convert government technical institutes then to community colleges then. And how then they go operate, community college then will be under a host university. So we don't start that day already for Kono University because then two GTIs there, government technical institutes, they were also used for deliver the lectures there, we use them, facility them. They already don't get linked now with the university. So we take kind of follow say you then at community college, we already start that process. And so they do all this while we wait the pre-phase construction at the site where the community gets away. And as I mentioned earlier, the government of Sierra Leone give $2 million, and that is therefore another money they will use for constructing the initial building them, whilst the other loan one mentioned where they construct the entire campus while the work will go on. And then we get for ensure say we don't get the transition team, we don't get to start the lectures that will take place. Waiting at the course that we get for offer. So we look and say, okay, the best we get for do, and for ensure say the course they offer, get for link to the core theme of the university, which is science and technology, but also link them back to the national development goal. And we know we get the big five, we get fifth salmon, we get technology. So we get for ensure say their program they're reflected. And one thing also as a ministry we get an agency, Tertiary Education Commission, when they don't work like ensure say that they advise we and then they monitor within university. So university just grab it today and teach this program. You therefore develop a curriculum, you submit them to TC review them and then give you accreditation. Only then you able to offer that program because TC don't look say quality there inside this thing. You get all the enabling environment in terms of the learning facility, the teaching staff for it to teach this program effectively. So we said we do that, we go through that process there because despite we want to start on time, we don't get cut corners. We identify the program then, and then we look to the other universities that we already in a salon where they offer some of their program there too. And as a ministry, we want to encourage the harmonization. We don't go to one university to study BSc in information technology. The way go to university, inside the same country in a completely different program. It don't make sense. So you get for harmonize. So we borrow the curriculum. So it makes it very easy because TC already accredits the program for later the teacher in the first place. So using that approach, we submit 12 programs into TC. But they said, look at and say, for 12, they right now, we're not ready for offer all the 12. We're able to offer 10 of their programming. And the program, they don't give you the go ahead for what we offer this academic year. So starting in January next year, now BSc in mining engineering, BSc in computer science, BSc Information Technology, Diploma in Information Technology, BSc in Business Information Systems, BSc Livestock Management, BSc Horticulture, BSc Crop Production, BSc Land Resource Management, and Diploma in Land Resource Management. And as soon as you can see from that list, they link to the Big Five, and in addition, they really support the Field Salon program. So we don't get the program, we don't get the bill, that they can teach. So we don't identify people that within Kono District and its environment, even lecturers and from and it's by my university or other universities where they close to Yanda, but they help you for teach. Because in the first year, as we know, are the basic sciences, and these are all science programs, are the basic sciences. And then as a ministry, we don't think far ahead. So we can second year, we need technical people then. So we explore for so we can reach out to the other countries in the sub-region for say, when I deal with people, and they're very possible, when I deal with professors, they're experts in their area, we will come, they spend 1-2 years with Win and Salon for teach them program there. So, but also we as a ministry, we therefore identify qualified people then. We get the prerequisite qualifications, and whether professors and they from the sub-region come, then we'll work with them and transfer skills and knowledge to them, help capacitate them. So when they're left, vacuum nobody. While they're already on the ground, we will continue with the program. We also explore, because as we know, Corona Mining District, so we don't discuss briefly with the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources for say, okay, we do BSc in mining engineering. We want to explore for look get 1 or 2 people that they work in the mining sector within the district, and they help we teach, deliver some of the program there. And then they really help with public-private partnership because we're very mindful to really able to achieve this on the own. So if we involve the mining sector, because it's not all hands on deck, all man get responsibility for in this. We involve the mining sector, then they teach the students them possibility for them even with students and within the mining engineering cohort, for them go to their mining companies and they for placements. Then it can also lead to employability. They will help them for them to get employment where they're done. And now they link back to the one of the big 5 youth employment. So they think of all them things there so and see how we can connect them. So currently admission is not open. Before today we invite for paper applications. But one thing about the government, the one of the big 5 now, technology and digitalization, and the other universities they will apply online. So we said we don't create a domain for Kono University of Science and Technology. We're now kust.edu.sl, where from now on students will be able to apply online. And we know technology, digitalization, will give you data. And data very important for inform how you do things, and will also help you with accountability, transparency, efficiency, productivity. So one for starts that from the inception with Color University. So from when they begin the operations, they know say they get for this technology and digitalization for giving the data what we need. So far, about 80 students have not applied for admission, and of that, nearly 20% are female. And I mentioned that because one key priority we're going to ensure we bring more women into the science technology field. So I will say down there, which yes, 20% is not bad, but we're very intentional about to ensure we bring more women in for study their program there. So the ministry also they work for ensuring we start January next year. So between now and the end of this year, we go through admissions process, interviews, and all of that need to offer letters them. And we will work towards a long-term vision we're going to ensure that Color University of Science and Technology will be a center of excellence when it comes to training people within the mining engineering sector. And for end, I would also like to thank everybody who work behind the scenes. I don't mention the names earlier, and we look forward for doing more updates as we operationalize Color University of Science and Technology. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow. This is not the kind of press conference where like so good news, so amazing news. I want to congratulate you, Madam Minister. I know this is not something where you don't. I remember saying from the day we told Minister, the first week, one of the first things that we do, and for go kickstart this project, and you don't put under your heart for make sure say this project here come to life. There's the bill like how people like in column, na man we talk, they do. And if anybody they can, I hope say they can station them. Then they carry this live SLBC there, play this na kono. The good news for kono is big. For years now this country, all man gets tertiary education institution, except the place where they will put the money in the country. We don't give kono, but President Bio promise, they don't deliver, and we get to dynamic minister here who they drive this. All it's in a way talk this now. So many good news. Right now, you don't call it can be apply one thing. Then they do degree program them. They don't fend the place. Government don't get money take for show the priority of government. Government put 2 million for scarce resources. We put on there. We don't go get the partnership and the project don't kickstart. So they are one of the reports tomorrow. My friends in the Forte State, this headline news there. No one also headline they are looking at today. Eh? Alright. I get some questions that will come, but here are the flip and small. And they start with now. Now do first rounds of questions, and then I don't take their question and they go read out the one they will don't come online. Remember the rules. You put up your hand, we call you the only superstar in I am, and the people holding at this platform. We want a superstar, you do your platform. Yeah, a simple question you do, you ask, and one question per person. Let me see the hands. Okay. See how it starts with resident celebrity. Now I know more than the others. I don't say what I did say. I want to get other celebrity the Kenya. We are the dean of the journalism in Kenya. So number 1, number 2, number 3 to the lady, number 4 to this other lady. Okay, number 5 the man wearing the white. Okay, so they are now pull up to this first round and let's see how they do. Number 1 at the fire. Yes. Now you know more. They invited them here, you sir. Yes, sir.
Mohammed Kamara, the Watch and Secretary newspaper. Mr. Minister of Environment, sir, that the African Development Bank talks say African countries need over $3 billion for combat climate change. Remember, so we already participated in Paris, Glasgow climate change conference, where the developed countries the way that the countries have promised make a pledge for developing countries that we're vulnerable to climate change, $100 billion, is still not forthcoming. Come again to Kenya. That Nairobi climate president the whole. They promised again about $600 million, still that is forthcoming. Now you go to Dubai. So when they say the protocol may be too long. So we say more government going to cut a page for solving civilian problem before we another disaster comes out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Number 2, I think they be at the yes. Now you know number 2.
Thank you. Hassan Koba, Liberty Online TV. One for comment the Ministry of Information, because I'm pretty sure we always come here to ask questions, because there's nothing any way we can give kudos to the Ministry for able to mitigate fake news in the country. So my pleasure so far. Coming to the Ministry of Health, the Deputy Minister talked about for improve on 100 plus hospitals across the country. I want to ask how best they were able to figure out, because you talk about 2,000 plus, but they start with 1,000 plus. So how best we are able to figure out some of those hospitals before we start. Thank you.
Thank you. Number 3 is the lady.
This goes to the Ministry of Agriculture. Make I take back to the President in Big 5 when I'm 57. So considering the Big 5 and the President in Manifesto when I'm 57 with climate time, how do Ministry plan for enhanced agricultural productivity and ensure food security for the country?
A baby question, yeah, so you want to do one more press conference back for that? All right, so we can be back, no problem. Yes, number 4 there.
Within everyone asked me, colleague journalist don't ask them, but I want to move away small bit from that. Never ask the Minister of Technical and Higher Education. Mariama Andrea is reading my media network. I want to know what in the government they do concerning the kind of a way how fees then skyrocket in university. What really they do, because the poor one them way out there, I think say this don't call for serious concern. Make them intervene.
Normally I don't ask you a question about the left because what would be logic? Then call the premise, get for match with the conclusion, because you don't see fees in the skyrocket. I want to ask you what's not the evidence, but like I say, the start and I had on the left for now. Number 5, the gentleman with white. Go on.
Good afternoon. Your name, my name is Ahmed Said, human rights activist. I want to ask me a question to the Minister of Tertiary Education. We get retired lecturers then. We don't see them for so many years. Mr. Minister, I don't believe the lecturers that they will be important.
You mean Madam Minister, eh? Yeah, Prime Minister, not this general, you call the Minister, Mr. Minister. So don't collect one thing. Talk about, please.
You call or don't take me now, Madam Minister.
Okay, Madam Minister.
Madam Minister, you know we say them lecturers that they still important in society for train other lecturers the way and becoming lecturers in the society.
Thank you very much. So don't get 5 questions. Everybody get a question. So what I'll do, we'll start with Minister of Agriculture. You know, you get the big question. Now, what do you do for enhanced food security and all that? So it's a big question, but we'll give you summary of that. Madam Minister, the question about the health facility, how they select. I think the question was now how you select the rollout of this money I don't go get. Remember the money journalists there 100 million also. I get remember the money. And then go for this, they get her, they get more. But how you select the rollouts? That's your question. Minister Gio, the question focus on the promise the way the plans make, we don't know they keep. So what's the difference this time? And then Minister of Higher Education, I think you get two of the question there. One, this one we say fees and they go up. And then the second one was the entire lecturers. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Minister, I'll start with you and we'll go this way.
All right. So thank you, Mr. Minister. Thank you, the lady from Rise Radio. Yes. Thank you for the question. Really a big question. Hello? Yeah, better. Now, big question. First of all, I want to point you to the website, feedsalon.gov.sl. The website again with strategy, both the long form and the short form. Here now we don't lay out the plan, really, high level strategy, the direction of travel we want for how we want for boost agricultural productivity. So you all man will get plenty, but just to touch on a few things. I think a lot of what we get for do, what I don't see say government will increase a budget from 3% to now over 7% towards agriculture. In the strategy, in the CC, we don't identify clusters, 6 clusters, where the key staple will not rest. We don't identify the cluster and don't make hub. In that area, then we don't decide that we concentrate production. Big. We build the road and infrastructure, we lead to then hub them to the main areas. We bring power for make sure say for the do processing, renewable power by the way, for make sure say for the do processing, we get down the day. And we intensify production and in some of the area then we bring irrigation. The Ministry of Finance and put budget for develop 2 of them cluster and other partners and they work with you for develop the rest. We therefore work with smallholder farmers and around then cluster for make sure say we get outgoer scheme for support the production process as well. So government get your effort then, it largely try to de-risk the space and they prime the space so that private sector will come. And not to rest on what government do plenty things and we just don't see say for 2024, low focus squarely on rest. And then we go cash crop them back over for the do again and we'll cluster them for do. When I don't see say we don't also pass 2 important policies. I think we won't get time for that update there. One for can explain policy a little bit. But real quickly, their policy they create incentive for the private sector and they create demand. The first one over the past 5 years, over $115 million government take for buy rest for institutions when military, police, schools, prisons, all of that. We talk about cabinets. The last cabinet we will get was 20% of that rest when they buy go pay local. Then at demand. Anybody is gonna if you want for supply rest to schools, money they we 9 Ministry of Finance will they give for buy rest every account. That kind of thing na so na the way down for trigger the demand. We go make you say this one money they I will grab to do one. The other policy will do. For rest business now we're not going to succeed if the importer are not involved. We want to transition them from importers to exporters. Salon we don't export rest now before. We'll do it again. And for doing then people are then imported and then so key. We don't pass policy for make sure say they're safe for participate. More than the policy we talk say in exchange for the license and for participate. Now the support also we give them. When they work hand in hand with them, if they say and we left participation broad. Say you want for cultivate, you say then you say we wanna help you find out what we do that. If you say na processing you want for bringing, then we get 90% of the money. Government don't talk say we they match 90-10, and then we'll put up a credit facility in January, hopefully to the tune of $20 million. Where if you ask people, they say, what's not the main stumbling block where they stop private sector for going to agriculture? You say that access to finance. If we put down in that money, where you take single-digit interest rates, and you get good idea, you get money. That's what we get for more feed salon. So that left and again, the website now feedsalon.gov.sl. Get all the detail then, and the goal now. Government they do your own part, but when they really prime the space for the private sector come and help. If we do that, we will invest in research. If you really plan to see that, because we need for not for increased area number and for make sure say the yield that we get back we don't double. And they could invest in education as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, we ask the minister who is sabi subject area, he get plenty for talk about. It will take all the time. But I gladly will give you the opportunity to talk again about Fit Salon because of his signature that day. Go ahead, Minister. Deputy, yes, go ahead.
The man from Liberty Online. So, first of all, clarification. We get the money now for do 11 tertiary and secondary hospitals for solar electrify them. Then we aim was to solar electrify 1,000 facilities, we they go to 1,600. We get the strong commitment for raise the $100 million. And we plan for do that day by 2025, as in the whole, get the money, do the whole process by 2025. We get with partners there already, where they work on that day, and we will do it. Now, how we plan for rolling it out, if you remember, I say this is a new area back for the ministry, and one of the things that we discuss for the right now, and develop with climate health policy and guidelines, we go guide we as to how we do some of them in there. So that day then go determine, but not forget say not to 1,000 when we plan for stock, but we plan for all the facilities. And so I don't think say we need to worry about also how they do, also how they left. Some of their conversation there, I really want to just mention say with team from Ministry of Health, they work tirelessly during this COP, and I'm not going to mention all 9 individually, but they really want to thank the Honorable Minister and this man was Mr. Corona, because most of the achievements we do now on renewable energy and electrification, and I am the focal person of the ministry. I also want to mention say the ambassador to UAE, Mr. Rashid Sisi, do a lot for facilitating of the conversations that end through him. Will they continue for follow up with the partners them and the donors that we don't meet for make sure so we achieve them till we don't promise now today.
Thank you. Minister say nothing and
thank you earlier.
Yes. Very important. You never tell the minister when I sets the game.
Yes.
Honorable Minister, your chance.
To Mr. Kamara, your question about the 3 billion climate change fund with AFDB announced. Salon actually applied, I think, 20 or 25 million for one of the climate change interventions then. And I hope say we hope get that money there as a grant. Developed countries, they keep promise. Yes, now that's not going to go up. But remind them, in fact, the last thing I do not tell you say, this climate change, then tell what they can pass, not to talk no more one for you. Because at the end of the day, people that mean we continue them. They're not saying we have for I can't tell you who can talk no more. What's really matter now? What's in are they able for do? Because now I don't cause this problem. For talk, forget good intention and one thing. But now the practical, what's they happen on the ground? What's now they actually commit so that we can able for every people then for adapt to the problem here. Now that's one for you. So that's not part of the conversation. I mean, could they look up, who they go negotiate with the put the own hands, with the tell them place the own hands, but at the same time, we're going to say not to just for make promise, now the team. Now for deliver on that promise. I think that's the only question I know. Yes.
Thank you so much, Minister. Minister, yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. And thank you to Madam Mariam Sisi for the question. If I quote you, you say, easily skyrocket. As a government, we know say we put very high priority on education. And that day we don't see from the free quality school education, we don't remove fees from primary to senior secondary as long as you enroll in a public institution. But then the reality within the universities then, if you compare within the region, Sierra Leone get one of the lowest tuition fees. For example, you get programs then within the University of Sierra Leone where the tuition fee for the entire academic year is about 3 million euros for the entire academic year. And then if you use that day, for example, if I reflect back to some private secondary schooling, so say you pay minimum 3 million per term, and 3 terms. And we value education, but one thing we also value is quality education. And within universities, if we provide quality education, we need professors, we need senior lecturers, we need lecturers, and then they come cheap. They're very expensive. You don't compare them with what you pay somebody when they work in a secondary school. But then secondary schools are charging more than what universities and they charge. And what we don't do as a ministry, we not just sit there and say, okay, we'll increase fees. We call with stakeholders, the most valuable people into we're going to the students. We get meetings at the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, the Minister Bindele, and we discuss with them. We tell them their points there, so the SFC, so we come up on, and then we agree. Now they propose to be safe. And then tell we waiting for you. And then because we so value their own opinion, because we're working together, we're partners. If students are not, they will not get universities in common. But at the same time, we set also get commitments to improve upon quality. And for do so, we need to create the learning environment will involve investment. We need to say we put all the burden on the students and we set get responsibility. But the reality, if you compare with tuition fees in Sierra Leone in the region, it's one of the lowest, if not the lowest, in the region. Well, if you're not satisfied with the response, you're always welcome for come to the ministry. No, we look with evidence, then you get your evidence, we send them you. And so, Mr. Mansari, correct? We ask for the retired lecturers there. You don't get no problem with that. As I say, one of the avenues we explore and for sake of tap into the region. But if we get retired lecturers, we get wealth of experience, as long as they're retired but not tired. Why not? We can work with them. We will create mentorship for them, mentor the young people. We will definitely tap into that. So that's another avenue where we will definitely explore, because they have the wealth of experience and get embedded insights because they don't work in a salon for so long. So they will get very much for contribute to when it comes to further capacitating we lecturers. So definitely also something we will say no to. It's something we will definitely explore.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister. Now the third question doesn't come online. Mr. Environment Minister, then say what the Ministry of Environment they do about water waste management in the country, especially industrial waste. The person said they are acceptable limits in other countries. They ask about for combat malaria, we need to take the task of cleaning Freetown seriously. Our beautiful city has become an eyesore. The person add in Creole, Freetown.Tibo. I go out for tell the person say, yeah, now collective question, but this question I think in Miss Wood Small. The address for this question is probably not here primarily, but we will comment. Somebody say, Mr. Minister, we know it from the Attorney General on this matter of the failed coup of November 26. Why is he silent? It's possible. Two people that ask the same question, I think they coordinate. I've seen our group say then the same wording. They say they can ask me about the aging, they can ask me about the aging. I can answer that question there. And then we also get another set of questions where I just want ask now and then we will close with that one today. He say, he understands a former president could not be interviewed for the past 2 days, waiting at the updates with the investigation with the former president. Somebody said, could you give us an update on how many people that will not release so far and which condition will not release them, and whether they include one Ali Fona and one Ali Komona who then be arrested in McKinney. The other person said, finally, Guinea authorities then still the battle with the fire after the explosion in Conakry, and whether they don't make any request to the government of Salone, and if we get any information about Salone people away there na Conakry. So make a try for answer, and then I will pass on to now for response to the one that we relate to you. On the security question, let's just make clear, say, the former president, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, in questioning the continue, we will make clear, say, throughout this process, we treat him as a statesman and a former president. In legal team, we asked for a break since last week, Thursday. Let me say they need a break. And again, the investigation, they follow wherever it leads. We take with time, we treat out respect. and then they continue for talk to them. So then we give them Monday and Tuesday, and we assure when I say tomorrow, they go back in a CID, and then go continue. So then it's up. Guinea we make requests on the night of the fire, see if we're able to mobilize, but at that time they will not be able in that minute stay for mobilize from Salone, and it was practically impossible at the time, but we did in touch with the Guinean counterparts then, the government, the leadership of Salone in touch with Guinean counterparts then, and we coordinate in other ways and see whatever supports solidarity, sorry. No, I'll give you where you add as well from the health perspective. Mr. Ali Fonado be granted bail on medical grounds. So Mr. Ali Fonado in bail, really tied to a medical situation, where, conditions that don't be met, and they don't allow for go home because of a medical situation. But the investigations, they continue. I feel like say some people they ask them questions plenty. We not hear from the Inspector General, we not hear from the IG, we not hear from the AG. Now the information you want on the post you want to hear from. Those two things are different. If you want to hear from the AG, because sometimes you like invoice, it's different. But I can't make clear anything what they report now based on coordination with every single official arm of government. This morning, for example, I met with the AG for an hour, and he provided detailed briefing with me on what they don't do so far. So when I come as the primary spokesperson for the government of Salone, I give you all the information. So no worry, the AG will reach you for bring the AG, we will bring a car, we will file down, we will explain the offenses them and all that. But for now, the AG busy they do this work, and me work will have to update you, and they responsible with the rest of the fantastic team at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education will count our updates. The one who will ask back, but they don't know about the soldier, they don't know about the police, all the one and day. Anything where you ask me before I report, I will check with them. On, for example, these questions about Ali Fona and all that, I don't check with the Inspector General of Police. And what they provide you, now the official, factual, indisputable account from the government of Salone. I bring that to you. So no worry about the AG and any other person. You want to comment quickly on the fire incident again?
So the whole net, the office of His Excellency the VP, with the Ministry of Health, in the work on a coordinated response from the ministry. Last time we get an incident, Liberia be respond and help we have video no be asked. So we know even wait let they ask you. This afternoon as of 12 noon, a team from Ministry of Health led by the VP himself, and 20 health professionals, including doctors, nurses, ambulance people, first responders, with 2 of the mobile health buses. There were mobile clinic buses then, with ambulances, supplies, everything necessary, a plastic surgeon, other health workers then depart for Conakry as of today, 12 noon. So the Ministry of Health does send some help there as much as we can able help.
Minister, I will take this question about the waste management. Also, we'll give yourself another 10 minutes and then we'll wrap up. Yes.
Yes, so for the waste management, the contributing agency, the EPA, will and then they set standards for that day and do regular environmental assessment for not just waste management, but for any activity where can possibly get an impact on the environment. Having said that, if you see something where you think that they go wrong in the community, the way to endanger people in the community, no wait till the EPA go for the assessment. Now for ways are up, so that the EPA can then go and do the investigation, because environment issues or environment business are all our business.
Right, brilliant. I'll forgive a final chance for the one that we get burning questions alone. Okay? If you listen to burning question, I for ask. If there's a burning question, we'll not be party. Okay. Final round. 1, 2. I want woman. I'm not happy the way this day. Woman. If woman hand up 93, reserve sitting for the woman who will ask question. No, you don't ask just now. Even Mrs. F now, not even. Okay, the man with the last yonder, number 4, yeah, the last man. And then, okay, yes, number 5, this gentleman. Okay, quickly, oh, number 1, are you in? Yes, I call the mic.
Yeah, good afternoon. And first, before I ask the question, I want to say thank you to woman and for the information we get, for the clothes and we're very much happy for that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it up. And the question I get here, if they don't answer, but you don't answer. The question is by Mahmoud and Ali Komana. What time they update now? What's the go on now on there?
They don't ask her about by Mahmoud. They call by Mahmoud in there. Me ask the question. Could I ask by Mahmoud? Number 1, number 2.
Yeah, I'm going to say, choice of law. Again, in terms of security, then presently, I'm not able to see anything at the bridge for the ladies. As a government, it's not going to in place with the yard around. People like to go for the worship God. I want to go for the God.
Thou shalt not use the name of the Lord thy God in prayer. Now continue. Number 3. Okay, they can. Number 3. Yes, sir.
We want to know what we can call them.
Mr. Agriculture Minister, before now, Magbash, sugarcane factory will operate well. And when they operate, they will make the cost of sugar where they bring less because competition only. For years now, we know they are enough. So what's the fate of the sugar factory?
Thank you, sir. Number 4. Number 5. This man at 5. Number 4. Number 4 died. Oh, I get a man the now Kaya.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. My name is Zuno Endarami from the Global Youth Counterpart of Development. Really, my question for now on to the COP28, where we passionate about. Even before then, if you go through the social media, you see young people look around. We are very excited, for COP28, and with the government they go forward today. And if we see, we look at the Paris Agreement, stock taking, where this COP28 they look at. Minister of Environment, I stand to be corrected, I'm very sure, another unit where they deal with climate change, an office. The office where they deal with climate change, EPA. And this press conference, we now get somebody from EPA. Yeah, we get nice documents where I'll talk about the National Adaptation and Plan. I believe, say, with everything we get for do with COP28, if we know see our best way for enforce them, I believe, say, we just go there so can be talk of COP28. And again, I want to say big thank you to focal person.
No. Not to even give it to thanks. Question they ask. Question. Yes, final. That lady.
Jessica Bremer-Sise, the founder and executive director of Kula Women for Community Development Organization, Highland District. My question goes to Minister of Agriculture. Mr. Minister, sir, we all have been to COP28 and we are fortunate to be in most of the meetings concerning food sectors, because when you think about Sweden, the cost of rice is every day skyrocket, like if I can add to my sister's English. What exactly, as you said, are you going to implement with the CBOs or the organizations that are in agriculture? Because whenever you saw application online, it goes to the ministry, it becomes very, very difficult to access. Like for us, we have a project implementing.
Thank you very much. Okay. The question, here you ask questions. When one at the panel, you can't to me. We organize, we put you at talk. The people will talk, vote of thanks, preface, and the panelists. So now we'll get some questions and quickly we round up. So I'm not hearing a specific question by Mahmoud. I want to take that point as serious. The question, the name why you then called for the question was Alifona, which I clarified and say Alifona don't be granted bail. But the status of the rest of the people is that they're under investigations, they're in the custody of the Salon police. Right now we get, I think, 87 people are now in custody of the Salon police. The numbers, they continue to expand as we get more and more information. Most of them people, they don't provide information, testimony, they don't interrogate, they don't give statements to the Salon police. Salon police don't pass their statement and they to the Attorney General's office, and I can confirm to you now, say the AG's office busy they prepare charges for bringing them people into court. So they try to make sure they stick with the laws of this country and bring them come as speedily as possible. The one they will need for bringing to court. The one they will at the end of all of this, we not get no case to answer, then will be released as well. So that's not the updates. And I hope say that they don't satisfy you now. Not so? All right, thank you. And then I think we have questions. Oh, the other question about the curfew. What will be made clear about the curfew is this. Presidents, the government, no one's curfew. Okay? I will let nobody know, be left with the impression, say, we want curfew. Now, say this government first, that's also young people there. The chief minister said, if we go rap. We say, get for go dance. We are all young people. We back one for good, then we say, we go, some man they go church, some man they go also to the house of God. But the curfew tied to the security situation. Government get access to intelligence where you not get access to about all kinds of information for keep you safe. And government make them very clear, say, the curfew tied to efforts for isolate and apprehend some of them bad people here. Just 2 days ago, we issue additional reward for say, do you have family within our post? If you want the curfew come out, we all tell their information. One lie the people here, somebody they keep them. Somebody knows how they do. All of them want to be the bad people in there. If we bring them down forward, more and more of them, I make us start today by saying, with confidence level increase. And wait till I go show and say, every single day, the security force, they brief His Excellency and the rest of the leadership of this country, and every day we assess. So, as the situation becomes better, we will push the curfew or we will bring and come back to 7 o'clock. Well, it depends on the situation. It will be informed entirely by the facts. Yeah? So I want to assure you, say, we get the same concern Monday, and we will hear from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. By the way, if you don't follow WhatsApp channel, go now and subscribe to the WhatsApp channel. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on all the social media platforms there, because when any updates there about the curfew or anything, the first place where you get them are from the Ministry of Information. Now I will give you all just 1 round now, so you just answer the question that we get, say the final word, and then we close. Yeah. Hello, yeah, Mr. Ali Bandi, thank you for that question.
The second week on the job for me, I go Ramabash, I go engage the people in there, I go see the facility, wonderful facility, great potential. We don't engage, we don't engage. I bring this up in my cabinet, they look at we need additional information so that we will bring and come back to functionality. Indeed, if they create plenty jobs then for young people then, the immediate environment and other places then, and the macroeconomic impact where it will bring, meaning the import substitution when I key goal for we come to sugar everyone. So you bet we are on that. And I process, find investor who come for take we reliable for doing with the work on that day. Madam Jessica, the community-based organizations are fantastic organizations that then community and they for help farmers, for help aggregates, for teach farmers and then community for boost agricultural productivity. What thing we could do for help them? If we are not organized, we are not put on money, we are not plant, we say, oh, well, we'll not get harvester, or we'll not get, or even we'll not get seed, or when I want technical expertise, will come in for help. Very, very easy. When I get on a land, when I don't ready, or when I don't, in fact, the challenge you now. This policy will don't say 20% rest for Komo from we. I want now let una go organize. When I come to me, I take una to the Ministry of Basic Education for the school feeding. When I tell me say no more, when they produce 1,000 bags of rice, then they buy it. When I organize and come, Odwa. Thank you. And I want to tell you all happy holidays.
Thank you, Minister.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Minister. I just want to say thank you to His Excellency the President and the Minister, Dr. Denby, because they give me the space, me in particular, for lead the Minister of Health at this kind of important delegation. And we ministry team, we leadership, the CMO and deputy, we need for mention them. Say now we all don't work together for achieve what we go achieve something cup. We also need for tell we partner them. Thank you. Remember, I've been saying we got no cost to government because we get dedicated partner they really support. We not only for make we go cup, but help we guide we policy they all they develop, even we electrification project they all they do currently. And partner them they support. So we want to say thank you to them. And one for Ashona for keep what they look towards we for we update them and we to not promise now today for make sure they will keep to them. And I thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Minister. Mr. Minister of Environment, your final word.
So before I give me final word, I want to respond to Mr. Darani. Yes, the Climate Secretariat sit on EPA by law. But one thing you have to understand is how government is structured. The ministry they set policy, but under the ministry then the agency the ministry will supervise, and then agency then they implement policy. So just because the Climate Secretariat sit on EPA, not means the ministry not involved in setting the policy and the direction for climate-related policies, whether it's the National Determining Contributions, the NDC, or the NAP, the Adaptation Plan. And keep in mind, even that adaptation plan, not only Ministry of Environment no more, you get other ministries there, agriculture, health, education, tourism, water resources. We get a lot of ministries there where the Ministry of Environment they coordinate how each of them ministries they contribute to the adaptation plan. So that's just a historical thing that the Climate Secretary has been at.
Plus now free civic education.
Yeah. And before I left, me your last words, I would like to say thank you to first of all the ministry and agencies there, so the EPA, NPA, SLNet, we Nadevi, UN FCCC, the person, and the technical person in the scope. Even for 3 weeks, you know, this from to clean to next, arguments for saying that this is allowance. No, this one. I also would like to say thank you to the colleague minister there we go shine. You know, when you open lane, find when you open lane, when the person we bank the ball, you go inside. When you open lane, you go and kick out by the guy and he has. So I will let tell my colleague and thank him. We get him in private sector people, then I will go cop. We use that platform. Because at the end of the day, this kind of platform, now lane with the open. And now with the open lane for anybody in a salon, we can say you can able for use that platform for benefit the country. Go left to for thank obviously Mayor Moss, His Excellency, the President for the opportunity. You know, this is like a cup we put Salon on the map. And part of that the work, the role where the presidents play, even going up to COP. Even though you're not able to go COP, the presidents can still be felt there. And also the president, the chairman for the Presidential Initiative for Climate Change, Renewable Energy and Food Security, Honorable Dr. Kande Yinkeba, where now we all work together, and we host now Dubai, the embassy and especially the ambassador, Ambassador Rashid Sise, and all we partners that we help with. You know, we even get partners that we now we go open lane for Salon, but we get partners that we'll go with. Now they open lane for we, so we open lane for Salon. Crown agents, that's I will let hotel and take for all the support we then provide for you. And when I make an ad today, we listen to it. I'll tell when I thank you because now I therefore pass the message on to the people.
Say one Christmas.
I don't want to tell you.
Thank you very much. Minister, final quickly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. I think the obvious made on it today is very clear. His Excellency the President delivered on the promise where he made to the people of Como because of the value where he gets for education, the value where he gets on the regional representation for ensuring all the regional members are in the tertiary education institutions. And now we can gladly boast of the University of Science and Technology where they Como district. And I remember when I go Parliament, either for the appointment or the interview or from the approval, the members of Parliament from Korodi seats, Ninga and Yes, repeated the Kono matter. And as we heard earlier, when I take up office, the first thing we're doing for ensuring we sign that contract, and a lot of work has happened behind the scenes. I don't commend the transition team, but I forget for time, the ministry itself, the staff within the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, will work very hard behind the scenes. Although we do so in terms of getting ready for stats, lectures, and operations within Colorado University of Science and Technology. So that could be my final note, for just saying we all stay safe and get a very Merry Christmas and a blessed 2024.
On that very, very happy note, I want to take this opportunity for tell Una all thank you. Una remember the protest dates. It's been a fantastic partnership so far. I want to tell us as we go to the Christmas break, this is our last and final press conference for this part of the year. I want for really appreciate you now. I don't collaborate, participate, so I don't come and make fun of one half of the time. But I really want to say the government of Salon and the people of Salon appreciate you now. We see you now, the sacrifice you now they make. And I want to tell all the partners, the community radio station, every time we live, the TV station, there, online platforms, we really, really appreciate. I want to tell thank you to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, we don't host we. Inshallah, next year we will start to go back now. We meet now EU building. Yes, we will fix the lift, and yes, we will get me at a conference call back on, and I will for move the press conference. Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas to you all, and Assalamu alaikum.
Boys.
Why? Ça snap.